is Sparta!
Ancient Spartans didn't have gyms. No bench presses, no squat racks, no protein shakes. Yet they built bodies so fearsome that enemies would surrender at the sight of them. Other Greek states describe Sparta as a city walled by men, meaning their soldiers were so physically dominant they didn't even need defensive walls. But here's the strange part. Their training wasn't at all what you think. In fact, most of what we believe about Spartan training is wrong. So, how did they do it? Here's what most people never understand about Spartans. They were training to look good, they were training to become living weapons. Physiques built for one purpose: surviving combat and outlasting every man on the battlefield. While other Greeks flexed for Olympic glory, Spartans dominated something very different. The hoplitodromos, a sprint race in full armor, helmet, shield, and greaves weighing over 50 pounds. Imagine sprinting 400 to 800 meters under the burning Greek sun, with the weight of a loaded backpack, while 20 warriors try to outrun you. That was their specialty, and they won, consistently, because their entire lifestyle prepared them for brutal demands. Marching for days, fighting for hours, surviving on scraps of food and sips of water. This wasn't bodybuilding. This was forging an indestructible war machine. And it all started at age 7, with a program so harsh it would be illegal today: the agoge. The agoge wasn't optional. Every Spartan boy, except the sons of kings, entered at age 7 and didn't graduate until age 30. That's 23 years of non-stop conditioning. But surprisingly, the early agoge didn't focus on weapons. No spear drills, no sword training. Instead, it built 3 things: pain tolerance, endurance, and absolute obedience. Boys were deliberately starved, forced to steal just to survive, and beaten if caught. Not for stealing, but for being caught. They were given one cloak for the entire year. Even in the freezing winter, they shivered with no extra clothing. They slept on beds they made themselves from reeds, ripped out by hand to toughen their skin. And they trained barefoot, developing balance, agility, and hardened feet that gave them a massive advantage in combat. But the real physical training, that came through 4 brutal pillars. 1. Endless running in armor barefoot, up mountains, carrying shields and weapons. Historical records describe an exercise called octonyctia, 8 grueling assault-style drills, sometimes performed in darkness. Spartan youths marched 4 straight nights in armor, 4 days on half rations, 2 days on no food, then 2 days on no food or water. When you can survive that, a normal battle is nothing. 2. Weighted running and carries, daily runs with stones, logs, or full armor. This built explosive legs, insane endurance, and unbreakable mental toughness. Modern Navy SEALs use similar principles. 3. Combat sports. From age 7, boys wrestled daily. Brutal, anything-goes matches. They practice pancration, a deadly mix of wrestling, boxing, kicks, and submissions. Ancient MMA, but with fewer rules. They push shields against trees for strength, threw stones, javelins, discus, performed broad jumps with weights, and drilled calisthenics long before the word existed. 4. Weapon dancing. And here's the part nobody talks about: the Pyrrhic dance. A war dance with shields and spears, mimicking real combat movements, advancing, retreating, crouching, thrusting. It built agility, footwork, conditioning, basically ancient HIIT training. Spartans were doing sports conditioning centuries before science existed. So why did Spartans look so impressive despite no modern training? First, volume. They trained from age 7 to 60, over 50 years of constant movement. Second, function-first training. Every exercise had a combat purpose, creating dense, practical muscle. Third, selective genetics. Stronger men married stronger women, producing generations built for performance. Fourth, constant stress, cold, hunger, competition, deprivation. The kind of adaptation the gym can't replicate. But here's the truth science tells us today. A modern bodybuilder or powerlifter would be bigger and stronger than any Spartan soldier. But the Spartan? He would march farther, fight longer, endure more pain, and survive with almost nothing. Their perfect physique wasn't about aesthetics. It was about function, under the harshest conditions imaginable. So tell me, which Spartan training method would you try? Weighted running, the Pyrrhic dance, or the brutal pancration? Let me know in the comments. Spartans built legendary bodies without gyms because they trained for war, not for looks. Run, carry weight, fight, endure hardship, and remember this one truth: train for function, and form will follow. Thanks for watching. See you in another interesting video. Until then, keep improving yourself.